This is possibly going to be one of the trickiest matches I have ever filmed for the Matrix cameras. This is a big match for me on a venue I have never ever fished before. The fish in here are massive, so hopefully we only need a few to be in contention. I've been told that we've not drawn very well at all, but can we still pull it? I can't believe they've finally rocked up with just 20 minutes to go. Can I catch fast enough now to get us over the line? Right, you lot, you are joining me for a match as a Fish Midlands qualifier. A bit more of a high-profile match than we've actually filmed before for the Matrix cameras on the live matchy things. And I'm here today for it's my second Fish Midlands of the year, to be fair. I've fished one up at Old Duff, came second. Not good enough. And then we're here today at the wonderful Cob House Fisheries for attempt number 2. And it's at a venue I've never ever fished a match before, so I'm really, really keen to see what's going on. How it'll be, I don't know. I think it's a big weight place, isn't it? Let's not muck about. It's a venue where you 100% will need a big owl weight to do any good. I mean, in potentially more than sort of like 200 pound, but the fish are big. Allegedly great big wobbly 8 pound averages, so there's no mucking about on this lake. So that's what I'm setting my plan out for. I mean, I'm on a quick plumb up now. We've drawn, what have I drawn? 13, I think I drew. Yeah, 13 on oak pool. We're on oak and chestnut. It seems to be quite fair. I mean, there's some action here yesterday, an 170 pound one on this lake with a load of clubbies on here. So it's potential for a good owl weight, you know what I mean? And there's plenty of fish moving about already, but we've got to win the match. So it's a bit different mentality to what we're normally doing on live matches, where we've got to do the best we can sort of thing, make most of a bad peg, all that sort of thing. Today, all that goes out the window because we've got to win. Simple as. And even though we've potentially drawn not the best apparently, or really not the best, they actually laughed at me when I drew, which isn't a good sign. It's still, I've got to go to try and win the match. There's no point having a nice day's fishing. I'm not here for that. I'm here to blow it to pieces or win the match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is what we're setting out for. Keeping things really, really simple. I mean, it's going to be a day of potentially picking an odd mugger off. Very much a short, pokey day. I mean, this type of venue, the lads here seem to keep it very, very short. I mean, it's all about fishing down the edge, fishing in front of your nets, fishing close. It's that sort of fishing. So that's what we're setting up for. I mean, I've done a couple of shallow rigs really quickly. I'm doing one rig, big long rig for out here. This rig I'm plumbing up now fits exactly the same for short. If I need to do that, like top 5. And then the last rigs that I've got to set up quickly that I'm doing now, because we've only got an hour and a half to get set up, are going to be 2 for in the edge, depending on how it plumbs up, and a rig for right in front of me top kits. But again, all this could change once I put plummets on and I see what's going on. But at the minute, it's about keeping things as simple as possible and trying to work out whether it's a feeding or non-feeding type place. Because it seems that because of the big stamp, say that the gaffer here, the lovely guy, has mentioned that the average is about 8 pound, which is flipping big. And when they're that big, and especially this time of year when they are desperate to spawn, they are flipping moody, like really moody. So it could be, or it wouldn't surprise me for 1 minute, if it's a very, very delicate job. He's going paddling in. I didn't know we could do paddling, but we'll see. So yeah, that's where we are. Really simple day, catch some big ones, hopefully win. But I'm going to leave you for a bit and I'll catch up with you when we start, because I've only got half an hour and I've still got some rigs to do. So, see you in a bit. Right, you lot, so it's 29, 1 minute to go. And we're going to muck about. We're going to start short on half a top kit, because they're flipping weird. They've been mooching around everyone's nets. And it sounds like there can be a quick fish to be caught there. So I'm going to start there, give it a couple of minutes at the most, just see how the venue's fishing. And then we'll go from there. Like I say, we're not fishing for loads of fish. It sounds like if I can catch 20 to 30, we are flipping flying. See, there's muggers about as well. There's a chance of catching some of them, but it is looking really, really good. I mean, I'm really happy that there's fish about, so fingers crossed we can catch a few. The guy's about to shout us in any second now. So I've just tested my rig short and I've just had a wobble before I even fed any bait. So I think there is an odd fish mooching there. What, 1/2 now? Is what? It's a bit later than mine, but yeah, we are officially away. Weird way of starting, isn't it, that, for £10 fish. Straight in, 10 pellets, right in front of me net. And see if one is willing. Because I don't want to miss out on a little spell of feeders if there is one. See, we have an indication straight away. Yeah, we don't want to miss out on any feeders if it is a feeding carnage short day. Indication then. Just drop him in nice. So I don't know if I've gone with the right pellets because it's quite strict with bait limits. You've not got a lot of options to do other stuff. See, as soon as I fed that, there was one having to go at them on the way down. The lad next to me's got one. He's gone straight in short, nailed on. So yeah, I don't know if I've gone with the right pellets or not. I've just gone with 4 mils. 4 mils and micros. What's an indication to you? You eating or not? No. Everyone started the same. Everyone's just on top kids. Why am I when I could have caught him and I could have caught him and I could have caught him? Let's give this another 20 seconds if I get one. And if not, I am off it. So I could have had him. Some swirling as well for me bait, so they're clued into noise. As soon as I'm making noise, they're up in the air having a little go. Angry as well, looking at that kid next to me. Flipping proper angry. They've nearly missed me little window now when I think I'd have caught one. I think after 2 or 3 minutes, they know they're getting fish for and they go a bit weird. I almost feel like I should have gone in with a shallow rig instead. Like there's more fish up in the air than there is on the bottom. But just don't get left behind, so just keep watching everyone for a second or two. Just see how big these fish are that they're all catching. Another one here I could have had. I need to come off this. Too soon to be fannying about with this sort of thing. See, what are they? They are 6 to 8 pound. Literally one hasn't even put its head down and had to go on this. So I'm going to abort this quick. Ooh, just going to come off that then. Yeah, they're big fish then. Oh yeah, they're not little fish. Oh right. So I've gone with like 0.15. No, I haven't. I've gone with 0.16. Oh, 16 to our yellow stuff to begin with. We might have to step that up a bit by the feel of it. Yeah, they're going to add up flipping quick. Yes, they're going to really add up quick. Lots of vegetation on the go. You know what, he's right. Straight in with him, he's sound. Got one of my little pasty pellets on the hook. 10 pellets. It's nice and flat there as well. There's a little area there that were nice and flat. So I feel like my bait will actually stick there, which is brilliant. But, right, we've had one. Now I need to start thinking about how my peg's going to pan out. Like already, the things I'm trying to work out, if I should be feeding any other lines in advance. if there's actually going to be any fish feeding out there, or whether it's going to be all about the short. Definitely could have caught more muggers than I've caught on this, but they're not disappearing, they're still mooching about. Go on, crewies. Oh, just catch them all day. Love a crucian. Yeah, boy. Right, we're not going to catch them now because there's too many carp. So, very short while later, just got a crucian. You tell it's gone. I mean, it's not. It's not right, so we're going dobbing. And I've got two rigs set up. I've got a 0.1 dibber and a 0.2 dibber. 0.1 is my really delicate one that makes very, very little noise, and I've got a little size 18 hook on as well. It's all about being delicate, this one, which I think, after seeing the lads fishing on here a couple of years ago, I think it's a delicate place where they don't like much noise. So that's what we're going to do. Just going to put 2 sections. There's going to be a lot of unshipping today. I'm just going to sit here for a minute, with my rig out the water, waiting to see one. So I don't want to go. Don't want to go too far. I want to catch the close ones first. Catch the clever ones. Float almost. It's taking too much with 2 number 10s. Just going to pop a 10 off and put another 12 on instead. They're flipping hundreds. Now they were gone. There were hundreds. Like, they were everywhere. Like, actually flipping everywhere. And now they're gone. What's all that about? It's actually gone sunnier as well, and they've disappeared. A little movement. There's a little movement. Where is he? No. There was one coming towards me then, but I don't know where he went. There's a few a bit further out. I don't want to catch them if I can help it. It is really getting warm now. It's getting lovely. That wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting to put mugger rig on and have one within 30 seconds. I haven't even had a flipping go at one. Which has really surprised me. Yeah, it's like they've just dropped a little bit, and because they've dropped, you can't quite see them as much. Maybe they're just not here. Often in these sort of places they do like the certain lap. Probably had a bite then, I wasn't even watching. See if they hate noise? Oh, he didn't like that. He really didn't like that. That one did though, little plop. Right, what have we got? £8. Ooh. Oh, I'm expecting that. Thought he was coming in. Yeah, if he can mug for a couple of hours, do a couple of nets. We're flying then. Flipping angry. Very, very angry. That's not in the right end, that's why. Oh, that was a proper lovely bite then as well. Something like that, hasn't it? definitely got light gear on this as well, so I don't want it to go bang. We've got relatively light mainline on this as well. I put 0.18 mainline on, just because any heavier and it makes your dibber just sit weird with these little, with the light dibbers. Right, I just need to crank on this. Oh, it's gonna snap, it's gonna snap, it's gonna snap. Oh. I don't know why that hasn't gone. Oh, look at him. Reverse. It's a big old fish, like. And now that was a proper lovely bite. I don't know, we've managed to impale that one backwards. They don't like this, though. They don't like you playing one that's not happy like this, because it upsets all his mates. Lovely, another £10. Oh, these are ridiculous. Like, ridiculous, aren't they? That's why you need such a big weight, isn't it? And that's potentially 5 fishes doing a net in it, which is just, yeah, quite good. So, yeah, we're mugging now. Just going to shallow up a little bit. Just a couple of inches. But I think that's me match, because really quickly you can tell everyone's caught a couple. And now everyone's sitting. Like the lads who caught a couple in the edge, they've not caught anything since. So it's definitely going to be mugging for a couple of hours, isn't it? Which we don't mind that at all. I think I'm going to have to like put a bit of pole on as well though. I think they're going to actually want a bit of pole. It's not going to be a case of just catching close. I think they're going to mooch all over the place. So I need to have a bit more pole out. They're definitely further back now. That quick. See, they're not spooking off the slapping, but oh, bad at it then. They're not loving it the same. That is the biggest thing that we've got to identify as quick as possible. What impact noise is having on them. See, they're not hating it. Like, they're really not hating it. Because I'm just slapping one of me pasty 6 mils. Gonna have it. See, I've got to be on it. So you've got to remember with these, they only have one slap. Yeah, I've spoken about this a million times with mugging ones. Multiple slaps lead to not catching fish. Because they know they're getting fish for with the second slap. That's far up again. You need to see that. Right, I need to pop that float up because I'm not reading it properly. Literally one number 10 that's taking. Obviously with the weight of me 6 mil. It messes it up a bit. But the signs, there's enough chances here for me to pick them off. I think I'm trying to just be too erratic and trying to catch too quick. The size of them, there's no need to. Yeah, absolutely no need to whatsoever with how big these are. So that's better, I can see me float now. Didn't even see the bite then, did you? Didn't even see it go under. Right, got one eventually. Didn't even see me bite though. But what I have done is fed. Because nothing's happening and the fish aren't, nothing's grabbing their attention, they just seem to be swimming. So I fed me long line with 4 mils. Just hopefully get an odd fish mooching in the area sort of thing. And then this one was just on the outskirts of it. So it's probably a good thing. I mean, ideal world, the bait to be on today would be casters. Blasting a load of casters would be the one on today, but we ain't got enough bait to do that with 3 pints. You haven't got anywhere near enough bait to do anything with. So me 3 pints of naturals is maggots and corn today. It's all about edge fishing with bait, so I'm just going to stick with pellets out there. But yeah, at least that's made something happen. At least I finally caught one. And again, big old fish in it. Really big fish. I need to get a grip. I'm trying to catch too fast. I mean, we're only half an hour in. And I've got 20 pound in the net, plus a crewy. Got a crewies. Which ain't too bad. And if I land this, we've got best part of 30 pound in that all of a sudden. There we go. Look at him. Oh, he's like nearly an instant. He got him, innit? Oh, they're mint now. But orangey. Amazing. Right, what's he? £8. We've got 28. £28 in that one. So it's a £60 net limit. So we're going to go 50 odd pound in each if we can. So I've gone really shallow now, sort of like 12-inch deep now. Let's give them some bait on that. See what they haven't done. I don't know if there's any in here. Surely there must be, because it's not that new, the lakes. There's no fizzing coming up, which I'd have expected a little bit, but just want to be careful with that feed. Well, I do want to feed, make something happen. I'll tell you what, there's a swirl in me bait then. Yeah, I do want to feed, but at the same time, I don't want to create a danger area for them by feeding. See how a minute? He was a bit slower then, I fancied him having a go. Oh, what about his mate? 2 of them there. No, useless. I don't even know how I caught that one that I did catch. You can see the flipping bite and it was in the mouth. So I don't know what's right yet, whether I need to plop it, slap it or what. Here's one coming across now, he's a bit fast in though, you don't catch them ones. As a rule. One tried to hump him as I was playing it. Right, you lot, we've had an hour and a minute, and a couple of minutes, and we're all right. I mean, we're ticking over. I think we're definitely ahead on this lake. So I've not got a lot of fish. I think I've got 6 or 7, but I've got 47 pound in my first net, which it's all right, isn't it? So it was definitely a case of me that had it then and spat it, the clever little bugger. Definitely a case of me trying to catch too quick at the start. You get a bit giddy when you know what sort of weights you're fishing for. You feel like you've got to catch it in the first minute and a half, but it's not about that, is it, with these fish? So, yeah, we're back on it. We're still mugging. Don't see the need for anything else yet. I mean, I'm feeding that long line, but nothing's thingy. Nothing's fizzing on it. And surely there must be some salt out there. There has to be. And I think it is keeping an odd fish in the vicinity, sort of thing. But they're not going down and feeding on it. I don't think they are anyway. I think that's a little bit of an option for later. I can drop a deck rig over that and see if there's any there. I've got a deck rig for that. We can flick that in and see if we get one. Again, a bit repetitive on the old catch-ups of what we're doing, but it's how it's going to be with these. It's just going to be a case of picking them off all we can until that'll get that at it, 100% at it. Clever fishies. Picking them off twice he had it. Oh, you give me 2 proper chances there. Keep picking them off until feeding occurs in the last couple of hours, but I'm going to use everyone else as me guide for that. So I don't need to be the guinea pig. I might sneak a bit of bait in the edge, but pretty much I'm going to let everyone else show me when they start feeding. So yep, back to the dobbing. Gone a bit wayward. What are we? We're 2 hours in? Yeah, nearly 2 hours in now. And the wind it's spoiling it, to be fair. So I'm messing me bait up. I've just got a big handful of micros in my separate tub. I'm mushing them up. I'm going to add a little bit of ground bait to them as well. I've got my kilo of ground bait ready to go. It's got a little bit of that in them. Stodge it up a bit. I'm going to feed some in the edge, but really claggy like that. Just to put my first little bit of bait in the edge, sort of thing. Because the wind has scuppered things. It's scuppered them, it has. But anyway, yeah, it's just gone a bit hard. Obviously, can't see nothing. And nothing's feeding. Like, no one's catching anything. Feeding any bait, not out in the lake anyway. So I'm going to have a little bit of bait in the edge just to see if they visit early. I mean, above all, more than anything else, just to see if they're coming in. So everyone's fishing the edge, but no one's catching yet. So I'm just going to cut my bait in there, just move that bit of grass. I'm going to feed both sides. Both of them with this, and say that's heavy enough to stay where I want it to stay. So that side's brilliant there to me left, because it's nice and heavy. And I'm also going to make a change on my top kit. I feed a little bit on my top kit, but also I'm going to feed some maggots now as well. Feed me first few maggots, not a lot, just a little of maggots, because I ain't got a lot. And they've got to last a long time, because say we're only 2 hours in. But because I'm not catching anything. I need to make a change. So what I'm also going to do is bite my hook length off this. Let's get rid of that, and I'm going to put a hook on, which is a good idea, isn't it? Now I'm going to put an X1 on instead, which is just a spade end hook. It's just up in the edge. That's a good sign. Very good sign. The carnage could be about to begin. It's a really good sign. I think they rock up. That'll be a nice day. But yeah, just going to swap this to maggots just quickly, because when I'm feeding me pellets down here, I'm getting indications all the time. So I do feel that there's fish there, but I'm not catching out. So, let me get rid of that for now. And yeah, we're just going to have a little bit of a shuffle about. So I've got 60, 70 pounds, 60 odd pound. So we're not a million mile off doing all right. I think they catch a few on the other lake. They seem to be catching shallow in the other lake in the feed, which is a bit different to what we've got here. So let's keep everything loose for now. But I think there's a little fish in there. I think the carp are a bit smaller in that one, and there's more other fish as well. So we may fall behind now. That's a big lad, that. We may fall behind now. Hopefully later on. Yeah, see there, 10, 15 pounds if they start feeding. What am I on about? Yeah, if they're big and start feeding on here, that lake shouldn't be able to live with us on here, but we'll see. That were a proper bite. That were a flipping carp bite then. That wasn't a silverfish bite, that. I fed that little lump of ground bait. Chuck some maggots in. I don't think any of their maggots are getting to the bottom though, that's the only problem. That's why. Yeah, it's not a good sign. But that's just timing that. That's just being on it when they're not going to be coming in. Yes, that is a timing thing. See, there's fizzing on that line now. And they haven't been doing that. And they are fizzing now. 100%. There are fish fizzing on that long one. I'll just give this a minute. I felt like that last bite I had was a carp bite. I didn't feel like it was a roach. So we'll just give it a minute, see if we see any mooching about. And then, yeah, look at it, that's a different line altogether on the bottom up there now. That's got fish on it, look at it. Oh, we're going to catch them up there now. It's weird that, isn't it? Just the day's changed. And they go down and eat. How weird's that? This is just little fish down here, I'm not feeling it for a big fish. That's one that just left me edge. Yeah, I'm feeling that long line on bottom now. We'll go back out there and see if we get a bite. Oh, go on the breams. Yeah, wrong fish on that. Wrong fish and wrong timing to feed maggots. So it just means that there's no thingy, there's no carp there if I'm catching them. So straight off it. But seeing that's got me a little bit excited. So let's whiz out there. The only issue is there's a lot of bait out there. A lot of bait. Well, there's not. There's about 5 million pellets, but volume-wise, I've only put about a quarter of a pint out there. But if they're fizzing, then hopefully we can get a few bites. It'll just be whether they pick it out or not will be the tricky one out here. See, that chap there's catching nice and steady, sneaking them in, just fishing. Oh. Just fishing top gets either side and being patient. Right, well, I booked one. Long on the bottom. Said something has just changed then. You could just tell there was a few fish had gone down to have a feed. So it was worth a quick drop on it. And it did go in under, so it was all good. Or just worth one of my pasty ones over the top, pasty 6 over the top. So I don't expect it to be big uns. Like if I'm going to catch anything out there, it'll be the little daft ones normally, I think. A little free at any rate. But at this stage, it's putting anything in the net is the one that we want to do. It's definitely the quiet bit in the match when they just caught the daft ones. The wind scuppered the mug in. Since the muck's gone off the top, it's all blown into that edge now. They don't like it, they're never the same in it. They never like cruising around as much if they haven't got a bit of debris on top of their heads. But that's gone now. Come away, come on. It's not that little. And looking at that line now, there's still plenty of fizzing out there as well, see? Which is brilliant. That means there's some fish out there. So I went Messingham the other day and I fished our green and it just felt dead angry. So I thought I'd use this today, but maybe it was another green day. Ah, remember Green Day? There's a song. Green Day song. That was them, wasn't it? Anyway, there you go. Random as. Didn't have a brekkie, we should have had a brekkie. We missed out on a good breakfast here. Yeah. This is like one of the best ones, apparently. Yeah.
Better than Brackley?
Better than where?
No, better than Rookery.
I've never had a brekkie at Rookery. Is that a lovely one as well?
Shame.
I've never been there in the morning. It takes that long to get there from my house.
Oh, turn up at 3 and win the match.
Yeah, it takes a long time. I've only been there twice.
Award-winning sausages.
Is it?
Yeah.
Go on, the award-winning sausage. Right, what is going on here, Ben? Look at the plug. It's not even that big.
It's a sturgeon.
Oh, if it is, we're going home. Okay, we've completed it, we're going home. Yeah, they're not little, are they? That's why. What have I got in there? 15. 15 and 7. Did-de-do. In the face, in the cheek, that one. That's why he's pulling. Look at him. Oh, took a camera out. Right, what's in there then? 22. 22. Not seeing a lot going on that lake. I definitely feel like we must be up there, surely, with the size of them alone on here. Gives us a good chance, doesn't it? Right, feed for this one. Positive. See, there's still fish there, see them fizzing. So it's just, and it's getting a bit deeper now. You can tell by me float. Because I've got a 6mm pallet on, and I've got one of our carbon slims on that, a 0.5 carbon slim, which are not the light ones, the next one's up. But they're still light enough that me bristle will be affected by me pellet. So as soon as that pellet is getting supported off the bottom, we will know. And then we'll have to plumb up again and check. There's not loads out there on the bottom feeding, but there's a few. Yeah, there's definitely a few. The only other thing I could do is I've got some worms from the hook just for hook bait. Sometimes like double worm over the top of that can be amazing when they're rooting on the line over the silt like this. If I feel there's millions of fish there and they're not picking my bait out, so if you're leaving this edge now, then that's what I'll probably do. Yeah, I think that's the next step. Just stick a worm on and see. Oh, that was a little liner then, that wasn't a bite. some bait. Just try and feed it just short of my float. If we can, so my bait isn't in the main bit of chaos. See, there's a carp on it now, see that fizzing right next to my float. So hopefully he finds mine. Right, bit of a change. And it was doing me head in on that long line. There's fish out there, but I can't get clean bites. I get indications, but I don't get a bite, and I don't even foul hook them. So it's as if they're up in the air, always angry. We're nearly running out of elastic. Let's give them that little bit. What am I on about? Yeah, I couldn't work it out, so binned it. And it's time to rev the edges up, because the lad next to me has had 2 or 3 big ones in the edge. People are just starting to catch on. But instead of drop on the edge, even though I fed it, I've gone back on this top kit line where I've just been feeding a little bit more positively with maggots. Not silly, just a bit more. And a little bit of ground bait on that as well. And I've had a couple of bites, because as if they're just starting to come in. And the last one I had was a big one, like an 8-pounder, and this one feels even bigger. It's definitely where them large ones feed. I think if I do catch any out there, the one I caught was 6 pound, and then I've lost a couple of stockies that I've foul hooked. So I think I'm a busy fool out there. Like, they're not going to rock up and be big enough. If they do, I'm only going to catch as fast as everyone else, but littler fish, so bin that one off. Now it's just going to be about a short match. I mean, what have I got now? I've got 30, I had 28, I've got 36 pound in my second net. One's just been in the edge then. Yeah, 36 pound in my second net, plus this. So things are slowly starting to happen. Another sign then down that edge. I mean, there's definitely starting to visit now. We're only halfway through. I mean, we've got 2 and a bit hours left. And yeah, these larger ones are now making a bit of an appearance, which is nice. So how we're doing on the pool, I don't actually know. I mean, chap over there's caught nice and steady, just fishing. A lovely close match, never doing anything else. Lads here have both caught. I mean, everyone's caught an odd fish. What do they have? 36? 36. Definitely going to kill that camera at some point. 36 and 8. Oh, he's got a rig in him. Let me save him. Good deed for the day. 36 and 8. 44. 44. Let me save this one because he's got someone else's hook in him. Saved him. There you go. 44 in that one. I can have another fish in that yet. But yeah, things are changing. You know what I mean? I am still feeding that long line just in case. Because I feel like it could come shallow on that, weirdly. But then this one just takes that. I mean, not a lot, like 30, 40 maggots. I'm going to keep on prepping my edges all the time with a little bit of corn, an odd maggot, and a pinch of my ground bait of micros every go. Just to keep them happy, so they've been visiting 3 or 4 times before they actually have a dabble on it. That should make a difference, that. Keep them happy. Because the size of these fish, they're going to clear it out very, 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 very quickly. very, 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 very quickly. So yeah, it's going all right. I'm happy. We're definitely in the gang on this lake. If this is the better of the lakes today, I don't know. But whether it'll go carnage or not, I don't know. I feel like the size of fish, it's only a steady plod in it. Go on the chubs. The tocket was definitely fruitful. I mean, of course, I had 3 carp on that. But again, it feels a little bit early. So I've just left it. I've just caught a big chub. That was the highlight of the day so far. Love a big chub. But yeah, I just want to leave it. And also with bait limits, it's flipping, I can't get too giddy on it. I really do want to save it for the last bit when I'm likely to catch a load. So everything is definitely revving up. People are catching a lot more fish now, especially nearly all in the edges. That's where everyone's fishing. Definitely seems to be where the fish want to feed. But it still looks solid on this flipping long line, so I had to have a little go on it. I went over there and I got indications and liners straight away on the bottom. So I thought, I know the shallow in your bait, have a go at that, mate. But I haven't had a bite, which has quite surprised me. But there's definitely loads of fish on that flipping line, which is really doing me head in. But we'll see, we'll work something out. I need to not mess about on this shallow for too long though. So there was a couple there, and then as soon as I've gone out there and slapped a bit and made a bit of noise, there's no sign of life then. So probably best being on the bottom while I am out there, on the off chance one might find it. Because there's no other options now. There's not really any mugging options now. A very, very odd cruiser that's mooching about, but you're not going to catch him. Before I only caught him before and there were 300 in my peg, and there's one every 5 minutes. I've got no chance. But we're still doing all right. So it revved and everyone started catching an odd fish, and then it stopped again. So I think they were just having a little taster to see. I need to go back on bottom. That's absolutely rigid there, and I'm not catching. Why not? Why the devil not? Whiz out there. I'm going to put an 8mm on, really see if they can find it. So I've fed my edges probably 4 times now. And I'm starting to see things happen now. When I feed it, they don't come straight in on it, but within a couple of minutes, see, what's all that about? Absolutely mental. I might have to go really deep on shallow rig, like 3 foot. Maybe that's where they're hanging down a bit. Let me let that settle. Feed over the top and let's see what it does. There we go again. That ain't no coincidence, that is it? Why aren't I catching? Look at them. Did this last time. I just need to go deeper. So I'm going to swap to my other shallow rig. Need a more brutal one. It's got a bit more shot on it. Let's see if we can find them. The only thing is, I've only set dibbles up expecting. Say, look at that. Yeah, I've only set dibbles up expecting them to be really shallow or nothing. being carp, but we've got a bit of water out there. I've got 5.5, 6 foot. Look at that. That was half depth. That's it. Not what we want to do if I look at my course, but that has given away. That I think that might have given away. Yeah, that was like half depth in that. Let's have a little look. Let's get me the other one, this one. Let's slide him right up. Keep a shot underneath him. That'll be about right. Let's go in deep and see if we hook any. So most of them indications were quite quick. I think you were seeing something happen quite fast. Takes a long, long time for that to sink. But we'll see. See if we can catch any on that. That'd be nice on this. I won't have to move that rig too much because of the carp. You might all just be able to leave it hanging at the right depth when you find them. Just give it a little wobble every now and again. Might be even deeper than this. They're definitely there though, aren't they? Definitely. So by just leaving it, if I'm too deep, I should still get a liner on this one. But it's nice tricky technical fishing. I like this. As long as no one's running away with it, catching down the edge. I feel it's worth spending like 10 or 15 minutes just trying to work it out. If you can, I reckon you get a flipping right run. And turkeys are amazing. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Let's see, how can I go on this? Doesn't move. Mad, innit? Literally doesn't move. Chucking an odd maggot down there. Literally doesn't move. Oh my God, these are driving me mad. Deeper again. It's deeper again. I almost need a proper rig to fish it. Get a nice bristle float and delicateness. Look at them, they're carp now, look at them fizzy. Ripping that bottom right up out there now. Feed over the top, now that's static. See how quickly you get an indication. See, look, every single time there's a fish in the pad. See what this is, this is one of these little ones. Is it gonna fall off? No. Some of these little stockies that have been, that's in the mouth at least. These what are blowing. Oh yeah, they could be why it's tricky to catch. Beautiful little things, aren't they? Look at them. They're mint. Can go in the accident net. Right, I've got to remember what's in my actual nets. I've got £8 in my third one. I've only got 44 in that one, so if I catch another little one, I don't mind putting that in that one. Already I'm feeling a lower weight winning today. This chap there's having a lovely day catching great big skimmers. Thought I'd have caught some of them on thingy. Fishing maggots. I've had one, but I imagine they want pellets then. They want meat, but you're not allowed meat here. So yeah, that's where we are, 2 hours to go. I'm still ducking and diving all over the gaff. But we're putting odd fish in the net. And it does feel like it's going to get Very good, pretty soon. So yeah, speak to you in a bit. Right, well we should be coming into the flipping good bit now. And we're not. It's honestly like the lake shut down a bit, like changed a bit. Because none of the lads are catching now. So apart from the chap opposite, he's putting an odd in the net. Yeah, he's had the most, he's just had 2 or 3 carp in the last. Look at the kip of these. Yeah, he's had a couple of carp in the last half hour. But I haven't had a carp for 20 minutes now. I've had a few skimmers on the maggot line. So I've just lost one on this. On the bottom on my deep line. It feels like there's loads of fish here still. But I can't blooming catch him. Yeah, another one. What? Daft, innit? Really don't know what's going on. Just ever so unsettled. So I'm still yet to go in my edges as well. It's because I've not seen a sign. All I'm saying that to you lot, and I can see my first one tailing up in this left edge. So let's have a live go down the edge while we're on it. So where we're at, it's not became the frantic bag infest that I thought it could have done. Nope. But luckily it hasn't for anyone, I don't think, so I do feel like we're still in the gang. Definitely on this lake we are. Whether that lake's chucked up, I don't know. I've just seen a chap over there who's just gone and got another net. How many he put in at the start, I don't know. But surely put 3 in and that's enough to be leading the way. We've only got 1 fish in our 3rd net. We've had 1 fish in our 3rd net for a flipping long time, unfortunately, as well. See, nothing has even thought about that. It was that one little visit and that was it. I just don't really want to be in that water, in the really shallow stuff. See, I think they're catching along that bank. I keep seeing them catching an odd fish on the next lake. It went, but it's not what we were hoping it would go with. Don't know what that is, but you're going for something weird, isn't it? Thought it was a tench then. Thought it was a tench. Nobody wants to see that. So yeah, that's where we're at. The wheels have fell off. But let's get everything right, because at least we're getting visits down there then from an odd skimmer and that. Sort my bait out, make it a bit nicer. Put another shot on this, just to pop it down a bit, because it's a bit too high. And then, get ready for not long to go. We're going to have a good old run at the end today. So it's just gone a bit too stodgy, that. I'll put another handful of micros in and wiggle them about a bit. Yeah, another handful of them and another handful of the old meaty mussel. Just to get it a bit more bitty so it wafts about a little bit more in the edge. See there, what I don't want, them stodgy clumps like that. But yeah, keep bait going in. I know Flea will get a little visit at the end, but it's time to be really positive, make something happen, because I want to win. Nothing else is any good. We need to win. So, mega positive on all of them. With a bit of luck. Catch some big ones later on, but yeah. The minute, don't know what to do. kept it the last half hour and it hasn't improved. Unfortunately, it's been so tricky to get bites in the last half of the match. It's been weird. It's like back to front, isn't it? Must have had £80 after 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the most. And then about £8 since. It's just like all the big ones have stopped feeding, stopped putting their heads down. Just, they're not, don't know where they've gone. Just disappeared. I definitely can't catch any. So by fishing on this top kit line with maggots, I can get an odd indication like that, then I miss it. I get an odd indication of either a big skimmer or a little carp. I've caught 2 carp, like £3 a piece, just by being patient on my maggots in the slightly deeper water. But my edges, nothing's really coming at all in the edges. There's not even many of these. The only place I can get loads of indications is on the bottom long. But can I catch a fish? Not a flipping chance. But I think they're just out there, to be fair. I think that's just where a lot of the fish are, swimming about, not doing anything, just almost mooching through the noise. Because I can't catch them flipping shallow. And I don't even foul look them on the bottom, so I don't know where they flipping are, but anyway, I can't catch them. So I had to shout at myself and abort that, just because nothing's going in me net and it's not even going to give myself a chance of a good arrival. I mean, the pressure's gone right up. It's going to be the last place that they want to feed now. Especially with the way I fed it as well, blasting them 4 mils at it. So we're relying on this working, really relying on this. So my edges, I've potted them religiously, and you do get an odd visit. Now and again, one comes in, but it is one. And the way that the lads have caught, like the 2 lads that sort of end of the lake, they've caught the most carp late on by doing exactly that, just little tiny traps and just combing it in the edge. Just waiting. It might take flipping 15 minutes. But eventually, they get a bite. It's just kicking in now, just. So that's 2 carp I've had in the last 10 or 15. And this feels like an actual carp as well. Not a 3-pounder. So we have a little run, you never know, but I don't think we're doing any good. I don't even think we're winning this lake anymore. I think those lads have overtaken us. Yeah, considerably overtaken us. That's the first proper carp I've had since flipping 1 o'clock, I'm going to say. So yeah, we've not got much in that net at all. And that probably gives us about £18 in that net, if that. But still, enjoyed it. It's just a shame that something's made them switch off late. Just the weather in it, it's the first. They're just astounded to see sunshine and have a little bit of warmth. That's all it is. I'm getting excited that they get to do Rudy's in the morning or the day after. They're definitely going to go. It's definitely spawning time, imminent. But yeah, here we go. We're nearly at the end. What's this one? Carp or bream? What are you going for? So yeah, out of nowhere they just come back again. Little clever buggers, aren't they? A big £10 bream, come on. £10 carp will do. That's the biggest one of the day, that. He is £10 as well. Big old vintage £10. What did I say was in that net? To be a bit careful just in case it does proper kick off this last little bit, because they add up bloody quick. That seems to be where they want to be, innit? They don't want to come tight in. Sure, someone said that to me this morning as well, that they're not really coming tight into the shallow water. So you've got to pay attention to little snippets that people give you as well. I must have missed that. Yeah, stick on this, hopefully. Get a last little run, but we'll have a little chat. Last 5 minutes. I'll wrap it up with you. Right, you lot, last 5 minutes. And I ain't had a bad ending. I ain't had a good ending either, but I haven't had a bad ending. It's after I spoke to you lot last time, I think I've had like 3 carp on this and another bream. I've had a rig issue as well, me rig. Got a proper knot around the back shot with one of the carp I had and knackered it. So I've had to bin that and quickly turn me long deck rig into this short rig. And since doing that, I haven't had a fish. Well, it's a bit of a heavier float. It's a 0.5 instead of a 0.4, but yeah, I don't think it is the rig. I think it's just had a little run on it. They cleared me bait out. And nothing else is coming in, I think. I think it needs a bit of a rest, but we arranged that one, didn't we? Is that a bream or a carp? That's a bream. It's a bream in the wing. It's not a great big carp like we were hoping it would be. But still, it adds up. It adds up, it adds up, it adds up, and it's definitely been the best line. But I don't know what I could have done differently today. I've been thinking lots last hour what was the better match, and I really don't flipping know, you know. Not with the bait that you've got is the issue. I mean, I'm going to say the best match would be to blast a load of casters along and catch them up and down on that, like really aggressive. But you haven't got the bait to do that because you need a couple of pints of maggots for this. So you have to be careful, but other than that, I don't know what I'd have done. Like maybe more delicate on them pellets out there, maybe bigger pellets. Maybe I should have just fed 6s or even 8s. I really, really don't know what the one to catch more fish was. Maybe micros on like top 5, top 6. Micros and expanders to catch skimmers and all sorts, but I don't know. I don't honestly know what would have been better other than maybe setting little traps either side and being patient, but that ain't me. I really struggle with that type of fishing. I mean, where'd these bream come from? Mad, isn't it? Actually, the bream are chucking in, actual bream. Not even little skimmers, big dirty bream. There we go. Straight back into it, catch one more really quick. Ooh. Yeah, see, I feel like there's a lot of them to have been caught. Maybe I could have caught them a bit further out, maybe. I don't know. We're going to see what we end up with and how far behind it is. So I don't even know how I've done on this lake, if I'm honest. I feel like chap opposite has just caught really slowly and steadily with big fish all day. I think he's going to win this pool, if not. Absolute raving lunatics, aren't they? Yeah, if not the match, but how good are they? Just out of nowhere, won a flipping bung like that. Let's get that rig in, ain't got time to do anything else now. Let's get that in quick. Just needed them to have been £8 carp and we'd have been flying, but still, it's been a right enjoyable day for 3 hours. Just those 2 hours at the end. Something could have been done. I don't know what. I probably skipped about too much. Probably fished the wrong bait. I've probably messed about on that long line on the bottom far too much for not a fish. Must have spent 40 minutes on that at least today. I think I've landed one foul hooked. I've had one stocky and one foul hooked 5-pounder. So it definitely wasn't the one to spend time on. Shallow out there's done me flipping head in as well. I haven't caught a fish on that, despite there being plenty of fish out there off the bottom. I ain't caught any of them. Yeah, I feel like I've not used me slopes well enough today. That's me, what I'd take for next time I come. I think out in the lake, feeding is a waste of flipping time. I don't think you want to feed anywhere past your top 4, top 5. That is where the fish go on the bottom to feed. But what you fish for with squidgy baits or hard baits or whatever else is the one. So anyway, wrap that up. We'll get weighed in. Quickly, I'll run through rigs here in a minute, but yeah, we'll see how we do. Right, before we weigh in, quick little bit about the rigs for today. -1, because me maggot one died, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, dobbing first, and I set 2 up, but only ended up using 1. My favourites, as always, little diddy dibbers, a 0.1 and a 0.2. The 0.1 for me wins every single time. I mean, unless I'm swinging an 8mm and there's a bit of wind, I want to step it up a bit. But the little diddy 0.1s, that one, they just make no noise whatsoever, which is what it's all about. Yeah, my bait's making all the noise, my float's making very, very little, and that, as I say, just took one number 10 underneath it. Yeah, sometimes I'll put a number 12 here just to make that line sink, but today, one number 10, absolutely spot on, supports the weight of a pellet. 018 line on both of them, 016 hook lengths, and I've got an 18 and a 16 hook. Yeah, with the carp pingers that we do. Yeah, the slightly heavier one, not the F1 pingers, the carp pingers. Just I've got to pull a bit. But an 18, absolutely massive. Yeah, it looks tiny, but it makes your bait sink better. And once they go in, I don't really come out. An 18 is just nicer. That was the rig that I've caught effing on. Yeah, our yellow elastic on every single rig today. That was pretty much spot on. I'd say I had my 0.2 set up just in case with a bit of a bigger bulk. Not use that, not caught fish on it. Yeah, my 2 edge ones, they were dead simple. Didn't catch nothing on them other than a skimmer. With those, I've gone with stubby slims. Yeah, I still want slim carbon, but the stubby's just more suitable for fishing in nice shallow water. And I set up a 0.4 and a 0.2 just to see what mood they were in. I could dick about with each one if I needed to swap. I'm not going to talk about them really. We've caught very, very little on them. I caught a skimmer on that 0.2 in the really shallow water, but both are just shotted with strung at number 9s or strung at number 10s. 10s on the 0.2, 9s on the 0.4. Same elastic line, hooks, everything on them. Well, I'll tell I know, I've got X1s on them. Both of those had 16 X1s to 016 hook length. Didn't catch fish though, so it's pretty much irrelevant. And then lastly, my long stroke short rig that was a bit changed was 0.5. Again, just the carbon slims. I spoke about that while I was fishing. I want a carbon slim at this time of the year, not the finesse slims, because I need something a bit more positive. Noisiest helicopter in the world. And that was just shotted. This was for the long line to begin with. Was just shotted, was spread out number 9s all the way through the bottom third of my rig. Yeah, however, I've had to chop it down to fish on my short line where I was fishing. Shall I wait for him? Is he a bit noisy? He's getting very noisy, isn't he? Pesky helicopters paying all these rich people that live in this area just fly about in helicopters. So anyway, come on, he's nearly gone. So I did have a 0.4 on my short line, but shotted exactly the same, just with a few less number 9s. Nice positive, get it down there, do the job. And it was definitely my best rig. I mean, for feeding, a nice 0.4 that just fell down slowly nice. They were definitely watching it as it went down. I was getting a few bites. Line again, everything's the same, 018 to 016. And on that one, once again, I had a 16 X1 hook that does the job absolutely perfectly. So yeah, nothing fancy today. I mean, they are relatively easy to catch when they're feeding. It's just making them feed that was the tricky bit. So let me get them packed away and then weighed in, and we'll have a final catch up at the end.
I'll make that 158.15.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Right, all done, all weighed in, and we've had a bit more than expected. Excuse me. We've had £158, which it's a flipping nice day's fishing, and even my silvers went 30 odd pound by accident, so cracking day. Not enough. It's won this lake. I think there's 240 on that lake, so another £80, probably a little bit too difficult to find, but still very, very enjoyable for a day out. And what a venue. Big wobbly ones, great on it. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching it. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully see you on the next one.